Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einem neuen Let's Play, heute mit Red Dead Redemption, einem Klassiker von der Xbox 360, der seit neuestem auch für die Xbox One verfügbar ist. Ja, dann fangen wir doch einfach mal an. Rockstar Games presents. Sehr gut nicht schubsen. A Rockstar San Diego Production. Red Dead Redemption. Und damit herzlich willkommen zu einem neuen Let's Play von Red Dead Redemption. Einem wirklichen Klassiker von der 360, den es jetzt auch auf der Xbox One gibt.
I'm grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear.
Genau, weil sich das die Indianer auch gewünscht haben.
You'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
So sind sie, die alten Damen, immer am Rumzetteln hier.
Unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Die sind viel glücklicher jetzt, wo sie tot sind.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Mensch, Jenny. Nur Engel können fliegen. Das weiß doch jeder.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently,
Ich will ja nicht meckern, aber mecker.
And he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
Das liebe ich ja auch immer, wenn man im Zug sitzt und sich die Leute über die idiotischen Dinge
What
unterhalten.
you must remember, my dear,
Herrlich.
is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other. And who let you worship in peace?
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Ist klar,
Well,
Pater,
here
ist
we
klar.
are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
Welcome to Armadillo. Und da sind wir auch schon, frisch und ungewaschen, aus dem Zug gestiegen, wie Gott uns schuf. Mit einer wunderschönen Narbe im Gesicht. Ja, dann gehen wir doch erstmal in den Saloon, so wie es das gehört. Howdy, Lady. So, wir können sogar rennen. So, erstmal so eine richtige Kneipenschlägerei anfangen.
You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
So, dann satteln wir die Pferde, Partner.
Well, here, let's mount up and hit the trail.
Aber sicher, mein Freund.
That's what you keep saying. Take it slow on the way out of town. No need to kick up a lot of dust. Giddy up. Come on, Mr. Marston.
Hoppala.
That ain't no plastic route.
Ich wollte doch gar nicht meine Knarre ziehen.
So it's Fort Mercer you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I says, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an ulcerated back tooth. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
So, dann schauen wir doch mal, was bei Fort Mercer so abgeht.
Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Steve's Landing. Dang, those
Was
girls
für
ain't
feine
even fit for a
Sahneschnittchen.
drinking man to hole up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
Ja, werden wir noch mal gucken, ob wir uns ein bisschen weibliche Gesellschaft erkaufen können.
Still. Yeah, so it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
Yeah. You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you better off not knowing.
I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do. Almost there, Mr. Marston, just over this hill.
Irgendwie habe ich gerade so die Titelmusik von Das sind Bibi und Tina auf Dingsbums und Sabrina oder sowas
This here's
im
what's
Kopf.
left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Dokili, dokili.
Let's go!
Aber bitte nicht schießen, Freunde. Ich komme in Frieden.
Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bisschen.
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge. No
Und
more
ich bin
Dutch
wütend.
and no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Wow, das ist aber nicht nett.
Well,
Oh. Poor John.
Freunde, das ist aber nicht nett. Einfach so angeschossen. So, damit sind wir am Ende von Red Dead Redemption. Schön, dass ihr dabei wart. Nein, Spaß. Das war erst der Anfang.
Well, you're alive.
so it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
$15, meine
I'm
Güte.
sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
John Marston.
Bonnie MacFarlane. Miss Bonnie MacFarlane.
Well, you may be right, Miss MacFarlane. I don't know.
Huh. So what were you doing?
I was trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And,
Genau, ohne Hut geht gar nichts.
What will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you. For saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
Folge Bonnie. Dann, wo ist Bonnie? Bonnie, wo bist du? Da ist die Gute.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Aber
Figured
sowas
it's
von.
about time I started paying back that $15.
Well, no time to waste. The horses are saddled up over here.
Geh mit Bonnie. So, welches
There's
Pferd
the
krieg ich denn?
foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss MacFarlane.
I picked out a fine horse for you.
A damn fine horse.
Come on, time for you to see what a real ranch looks like.
So, wohin reiten wir, Partner?
To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store
Liquor,
before.
Dry Goods, Tobacco, Hardware. Alles, was man zum Leben braucht.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you
Aber
get
lady.
such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase.
Ich bitte Sie.
That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better.
Das stimmt allerdings.
That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl.
My pa built it
Whoa!
all by himself.
And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaint from me, Miss MacFarlane.
Well, are we going inside?
Geh zu Bonnies Haus. Oh. Ob die mich wohl auf eine Tasse Tee einlädt? Ja, da freut sich der
How
Cowboy-Mann.
about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot, then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston.
Miss MacFarlane.
Remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time. Ready, Mr. Marston? Let's mount up and patrol the ranch.
Auf geht's, aufsatteln. Yeehaw!
Let's go. Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again.
Come!
Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
Ich fühle mich auch immer gleich besser, wenn ich ein Gewehr dabei habe.
I don't believe it. Those damn rabbits are back. Give me a hand with them, will you? Come on, then. Time to put that bloodlust of yours to good use. Nice shoot.
Kommt her, ihr Hasen.
Good shot.
Bam!
You got one. You're a good shot, Mr. Marston. That rabbits didn't stand a chance. Mount back. I should check out the rest of the range.
Ha, sogar noch erwischt. Meine Güte.
We should keep moving. There's still a ways to go. If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
Was that a
Das hört sie nicht
coyote?
gerne.
Get those pests before they scare the livestock. Yes, we got one. Hurry, I bet they're going straight for the chicken coop.
Oh je, die holen sich die Hühnchen, die Kojoten. Wo sind sie denn? Komm her, ihr Kojoten.
Sorry about that, old friend.
That coyote won't be back. Good shoot, Mr. Marston.
So, wo ist der letzte? Da ist doch noch irgendwo einer. Da.
Come on, boys.
Bam! Alle
That was
erwischt.
the last of the coyotes. Just a shame we had to lose any of the chickens. Come on, I'll show you the way to your room.
Ausgezeichnet.
You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss MacFarlane.
This is you, Mr. Marston.
Dankeschön.
Thank you for your help,
Und was
Mr.
für ein
Marston.
schönes Pferd.
Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss MacFarlane.
Gute Nacht, kleine Lady.
I was talking to some Blackwater fellas last night. Seemed kind of snooty.
So.
I believe the town of Blackwater.
Und damit, denke ich, beenden wir mal den ersten Teil dieses Let's Plays. Und legen uns hin zum Schlafen. Und dann sehen wir uns wieder beim nächsten Mal.